blah. Ah!
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Rogue Ren channel. And today, I actually have something a little bit different. So I don't have any sort of scripted video that I've written down today because I ran out of time for it. I will have a scripted video next. So instead, we're actually going to have a little bit of fun. So we're actually going to head over to Reddit and look at the top 25 posts for the past month on r/linuxmemes because I'm fucking weird. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over to that. Alright, so here we are over on the subreddit. I've already got it by top posts this month. And we're going to scroll down to the 25th post, which I believe is this guy. So with that, let's go ahead and see what we got in store. Nothing to see here. Just a hydrogen atom. Physics with the eyes of a Linux user. Electron, proton. Oh. It's the Proton logo for Valve's Steam Proton. They'll let you play Windows games on Linux. Okay, that's cute. I'm wondering if there's going to be anything that's going to be like laugh out loud, haha, funny. X11. DirectX 11? Nah. Xorg. So this is the current display manager of Linux is, oh, what's the full name? Xorg, I think? Xorg 10. Which is currently, a lot of Linux distros are trying to phase it out in favor of one called Wayland, which should load a lot faster, but it doesn't have as much support at the moment. Made with GIMP. I made this video with GIMP. Or, well, I made the graphics for it with GIMP. But, yeah. Okay. They're trying. They're trying to be funny. I'll give them that much. I'll give them that much. Join me. When someone says anything even remotely anti-Microsoft in front of me, join me, and I will complete your trading. Yes, this is 100% me. Oh God. Oh, you can ask literally anyone whose stream I've been in. I won't shut up about it. I don't. Yeah, no, that's oh God, why do we have the alarmed face as the title for this one? Windows 10 watching me download a Linux ISO. Okay, yeah, that works. Happened to me once or twice. Nobody. Me after raising /dev/SDA instead of /dev/SDAX. Ooh. If anyone's watching this who doesn't use Linux, essentially this guy just deleted a major part of his operating system that he now has to replace from scratch. I believe SDAX is an old backup of it. Yeah, dev SDA, you need that. I don't think it's as bad as like deleting System32 on Linux or on Windows, I mean, but it's pretty bad. What have we got next? Oh, me? I hacked into the Pentagon last week. Pretty easy, you know. Oh boy. What on earth are you? 12-year-olds after nuking the hard drive of their family PC and ending up with a beat up Kali install. Hackerman. I love the Hackerman memes. I don't know why I love the Hackerman memes so much. Like, so much. They're so funny. Because it's always some dumb beat. Oh, Hackerman. It doesn't even say Hackerman. My brain just auto-corrected it. Hackerman. People think that just because they have Kali Linux, they can be a hacker, and they don't know that there's an actual skill set behind it. So, like, these kids is like, yeah, I'm a hacker. I have Kali Linux on a USB drive. Cool. Can you actually use the tools that it provides? Not to saying that, like, kids aren't smart. I've heard so many stories of high school students just
advertiser-friendly language.
Computer labs. Just because they thought it was funny. Which, in the moment, I'm sure is extremely frustrating, but looking at it from an outside perspective sounds absolutely hilarious. Granted, that may make me a piece
Beep.
for laughing at that situation, but I think it's funny that just like these
Beep.
15-year-old kids are just in their computer labs like, yeah, and blue screen half the computers in the entire school. I don't know why. I find that funny. I just do. Alright, so let's see. What else have we got? I made an eyes-friendly mem. I don't know why they put an accent thing over the E, but we'll find out. Windows users. In terms of privacy, we have no privacy. Yep, that's Windows for you. It is constantly pinging home about what you're doing, which is really fucked up. Why are you doing this, Microsoft? You're getting as bad as Google. I would have included BSD, but I don't know anyone who uses it. I know some people who use BSD. I don't know what the advantage of it over Linux is, because it seems like you're doing the exact same thing on it that you would do on Linux, so I don't know why you wouldn't just use Linux at that point. I don't know what the difference is. They're both open source. They're both free to use. They both do the same thing, because apparently Wine and stuff works for BSD as well. And there's also another compatibility layer for running Linux stuff on BSD. So I'm just sitting here like, well, then why aren't you using Linux? Every advantage you have with BSD, you also have with Linux, is open source, privacy, yada yada. I don't get it. Apparently, it must do something that Linux doesn't. Otherwise, people wouldn't use it. That came out so weird. Use it. Wouldn't use it. How Linux users see Unix. I don't even need to finish. I can already tell this is funny. How Linux users see Linux. How Mac users see Linux. How Windows users see Linux. Oh god, that
Beep.
penguin picture. I've seen it so many places. It's terrifying. Oh god, penguins look adorable until they open their mouth. And it's horror movie material. Oh god. Okay, well that's a legitimately good one. An interesting title, very creative. Keep personal data in a password-protected zip file. Keep personal data in an encrypted removable drive. Keep personal data in an encrypted Linux install. Don't have personal data. It's the biggest of wrinkle brains. This guy, he's going places. And you won't know where, because even he does not know. It should have 2 meals a day. What are you feeding? And should I be concerned? Useful Linux tips. Run dd if equals /dev/0 of equals /dev /null to feed nothing to the void. I think this is a void Linux joke that I don't get. Because I have absolutely no idea what that command does, and I'm scared to run it, because usually commands and memes are stuff that'll fuck your system up. So, yeah, I don't get this one. I don't get this one at all. Nice. I love my ThinkPad. Is this going to be something actually cool about your ThinkPad, or is this going to be something that you're just like, oh, cool, great, and you're just sarcastically saying you love it? The first time I installed Linux on my laptop, it worked perfectly despite the stories I got from Windows users. This could also be an r/prequel memes. It's working! It's working! Oh, man. Yeah, no, this was me when I first installed Linux. Like, I installed it, I started using it, and was like, wait, I can just click a button to install stuff and I'm done? I don't need to go through the weird hacker terminal thing? Oh my god, this is easier to use than Windows! I mean, honestly, Linux really is easier to use, and it only does what you tell it to do, which is great. The only drawback it has is that Windows has more software compatibility, because that's what more people are using. If more people would swap to Linux, we would literally have the perfect operating system. It would do everything you wanted, and it would have the software support because more people would be using it. Because Linux it's in a weird catch-22. And I'm going to quote directly from Linus Tech Tips when they made videos about Linux. It's not popular on the desktop because developers won't make software for it, but developers won't make software for it because it's not popular on the desktop. So they're in this weird catch-22 where no matter what, neither one wants to budge. So we can just... This is what I keep telling people. Dual boot your PC with Windows and Linux. Use Linux for everything you can and swap back to Windows when it can't do it. And then that's the only time to use Windows. That's what I do. I am running... If you've seen on my stream, I'm streaming from my Windows PC to my Linux stream PC. Tales of Berseria. Actually, that's a terrible example. Tales of Berseria runs fine on my PC after I changed Proton versions. My PC just doesn't have enough powerful hardware to run it, my VTuber, and OBS all at the same time. No, a better example is the Sheriff modded Among Us. It can run in Wine, but it won't have sound, which is kind of annoying. Or CrewLink. CrewLink, there actually is now a beta to work in the browser, but it needs someone using better CrewLink. But yeah, I'll swap over to Windows to play that game. And honestly, that's about it. It's modded Among Us, and that's it. Standard Among Us I can play on Linux fine. But yeah, that's it's gonna be the only time I swap over to Windows is just for pretty much that game and nothing else. That's the truth. Okay. What have we got right here? Linux, Windows, Mac, as seen by Mac fanboys, Windows fanboys, Linux fanboys. Linux as seen by Mac fanboy is just
advertiser-friendly language.
Old computer. As seen by Windows fanboys is just hacker stuff. As seen by Linux fanboys is the epitome of computing. Windows as seen by Mac fanboys is crashes. Windows as seen by Windows fanboys is the battle station. Windows as seen by Linux fanboys is you getting beeped over by Microsoft. I feel like I should blur this. I feel like I need to blur this. Max as seen by Mac fanboys is their version of a battle station, which I guess is a media studio. As seen by Windows fanboys is, "Aw, you think you're cute and trying to do stuff on a PC." As seen by Linux fanboys, they're stealing your money. I mean, they're 100% stealing your money. They're giving you a shit product in exchange for way too much money. Actually, I said they're giving you a decent product at the price of what should be an amazing product. MacBooks and stuff, they're not bad. Especially the new M1 or M11, A11 chip. What are they called? The Apple Silicon. Apple Silicon MacBooks, those are actually really fucking cool. If I can run Linux on them, that would actually be amazing. But Linux for ARM is still very early stages. The only thing that can run it is a Raspberry Pi. But yeah, no. Apple products, they're not bad. They're just stupidly overpriced for what you get. And also, Apple is legitimately trying to kill off anything on their platform other than media creation. Because they're like, I think they're removing 32-bit support and they're not adding Vulkan support, which seems so dumb. It's gotten to the point that there are Steam developers that just went, nah, okay, Mac version's dead. We're going to focus on a Linux version instead. Because that's essentially what... That's what Mac users have to do now. If they want to play games, they dual boot Linux, because Linux will run more games than Mac, which I find absolutely hilarious. Where would we stand if Microsoft was really interested in fair play? Where would we stand? Microsoft hearts Linux. Let's see who you really are. Microsoft hearts overriding Linux, ESP, and boot partitions. Yes. Yes, I have destroyed my boot partition like 4 times trying to get dual boots to work, which is why I pretty much now have them on separate PCs, because dual booting is still a pain in the ass and I can never get it to work right. I have one PC that's Windows only, and then my main PC, which is my stream PC, it does have a dual boot of Windows and Linux. Windows is on a SSD, and I have it set up that way for if I need to stream a Windows game, and I need it to be quiet. So if I need to stream something, like if I'm streaming Among Us or something like that, then I'll swap over to Windows on my stream PC. But that's really the only time I would swap to Windows.
I forgot to open the next post.
Actually, they work, but I never installed them. You can't spy on me through my webcam. Linux driver's not working. Hey, that is technically correct. Okay, actually they work, but I never installed them. Okay, that makes sense. Now that title makes sense. Big brain. My motherboard be vibing right now. Okay, here we are. Oh no, is this copyrighted music? Oh no, it's just an animated thing. Please let me beep the motherboard. No, PC speakers depreciated hardware. Sudo modprod snd-pcsp org 133 muse.-cz-megalovania.ogg. Yes. Oh, I kind of want to do that now. You can essentially set your motherboard sound to be
Beep.
Megalovania or whatever you want. I've never messed with custom sounds on Linux. I should probably look into that. Linux is always the answer. Is Linux always the answer? Yes. This was from Anthony's review of the Librem 5, which is a Linux-powered smartphone. It's really cool. It's really early stages still. Also, it's like $800 for a $200 phone because they don't make any money after the initial sale, so they have to jack the price up in order to keep getting revenue because they don't make money from other stuff like Samsung and LG do. Their sole thing is this operating system and the phone, and that's it. And the operating system is free with no data tracking. I'm in Nancy, but I think I'm gonna skip that one. That seems a little insensitive right now. Seems a little bit too soon. I made a playlist, by the way. God damn it. I use Arch, by the way. I can't believe they managed to make the I use Arch, by the way meme out of song titles. Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm down for that. Don't really listen to the rest of them, but I listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Architecture or something, I don't know, I live in a tent. Bloated Debian install. My ultralight Arch install. Yeah, that's how I feel. I use an Ubuntu base. I'm just like, it's stable and it works and I can make it look pretty. But you're using an extra 400 megabytes. And? I get why some people would want as little room used as possible, though. I do get that appeal. I just prefer for my stuff to be for sure working all the time and not have to risk something breaking. Which, granted, is not likely to happen on Manjaro and Arch. It's very rare. But you do have to take some extra precautions and habits in order to prevent that. And I'm an idiot who broke Windows 3 times in a row. Dual boot, still bad. Oh, we're reaching the end here. Dual boot's still bad, eh? Which Windows 10 feature is helping you stay productive today? The reboot functionality is very useful for getting to Linux. Oh, man. I am really fed up with Windows and all the crap they keep pulling. So, yeah, no, I approve of that. Vaccine is bloated. I'm sorry, wait, the vaccine is bloated? Yes, COVID-19 vaccine microchip runs systemd plus GNU/Linux. Oh, God, is that a thing people think? Do people think that the COVID vaccine is going to give them a microchip? Oh, that's so dumb. Oh, that is so dumb. No, get a vaccine. You're not going to be microchipped. I don't think we really even have the technology to make a chip small enough to fit in a vaccine needle and it actually be functional. Actually, we might. I may be talking out of my ass for that last bit. We might have the technology to do that, but we're not going to be doing that to you. At least not yet. Bad boy Windows. Windows update. UEFI boot partition. Yep, that is Windows every time. Every time. That's why I've gotten them separated. The Windows on my dual boot is a stripped down version that I use just for games and I don't really even update because I'm never online with it. I play like 1 or 2 games on it and that's it. I used to use it for my capture card because I had an Elgato, but then I got a capture card that works with Linux, so now I don't even use it for that anymore. But yeah, no. Windows is a pain in the ass like that. Hope you understand now. Hope I understand what? What do you want me to understand? My folder, downloads. Me, CD downloads, Linux. I've never met this man before in my life. Yeah, no, folder locations are case sensitive. Anyone who doesn't know, CD is the command for a change directory. So that's how you get to different folders inside the terminal. It works on Windows too. But yeah, no, downloads is a capital D. It will not know what you're talking about if you put a lowercase one. It's so simple. It's so funny though. I can't. Oh man, that might be one of my favorites from this whole thing. And with that, we are at, I believe, the top post of the past 25 posts in r/linuxmemes. Most Linux distro reviews on YouTube are really only desktop environment review. Yep. That's I mean, yeah. That's a lot of the big differences with distributions is the desktop environment. A lot of the other differences are more subtle in the background things, and those aren't as interesting to talk about on YouTube. So a lot of people just kind of brush those to the side or leave them out completely. But yeah, that was not funny. That one's just true. That one's just true. And with that, we've reached the end of the video. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit like and hit subscribe so that you get updated when I post videos. Except you won't get updated because you also have to hit the bell. Because YouTube. If you want to follow me and see when I post new content, you can follow me on Twitter. You can also check me out live on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/itsrogueren. There will be links down in the description for all my connections and social medias and all that. So make sure you check that out. And I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. Peace out.